If you're like me and you're a massive fan of all things survival gaming, make sure you come and join the Survival Gaming Discord. You'll find a link to it in the description below. Come here, chat about survival games, find some new friends to play those survival games with, or you've just come across a brand new survival game that you think others need to know about. In short, it's the one Discord you want to be part of for all things survival gaming. Hey guys, 𝙬𝙧𝙧𝙧 or Taylor here, and today I'm finally back with another survival gaming video. And much like the video I did a couple of weeks ago on a game called 𝙬𝙬𝙧𝙧, today we're checking out what looks to be a very promising hardcore open world zombie survival game set in New York and the surrounding boroughs. And yes, that does indeed include the dense streets of New York City. Now, as you know, I'm a massive fan of survival games. I mean, pretty much every survival game you can think of I've either seen or tried to at least play once. But I'm a bigger fan of the survival games that aren't necessarily a walk in the park or hold your hand. And I specifically like a survival game that's set in a first-person view and has as little HUD or UI elements as possible to keep you as immersed in the game as possible. And that's exactly what this game is going to be aiming to do. And that game that we're looking at today is called Diphtheria. Diphtheria is going to focus on a first-person perspective only, with heavy survival features and, I quote, pant-shitting gunfights. Yes, that's exactly how this was described to me via an email I received from these guys a few weeks ago. And these gunfights were also described with taking inspiration from Escape from Tarkov, so expect to see some magazine checking and some limb health damage, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the health and damage system later on. But yeah, think very realistic, not very bullet spongy gunfights. Initially, it'll release as a single player only, but with that being said, we'll have NPCs that will both be friendly or hostile depending on how you treat them, quests, storylines, and mechanics to keep us busy in this harsh environment. Although the storylines will not be intrusive, nor will you have to participate in them. So this sort of loops back to my opening sentence here, where I like a game that doesn't hold your hand. Although this seems like it's going to have a storyline and some quest systems, you're not necessarily going to have to do them. So it does kind of break you away from that mold of leading you in and showing you how to do things. Now, whilst I was trying to find out as much information as possible and emailing the devs back and forth about this game, one thing that I came across that I don't think I've experienced in any survival game to date is something called a remote base. I mean, I don't know if that's a correct term, but it's your own RV that you'll be able to explore the 120 kilometers squared map, subject to get bigger or smaller. But not only will you be using that as your transport, but you'll also be able to use it as your base, which I think is sick. That's such a cool idea. But before we go into some details about the map, I'm going to just stay on the base building a little bit. And I know a lot of survival fans do love to hunker down and make a home, their base of operations. That'll also be possible, as well as being able to place tents and similar storage items, but no base or settlement would be complete without a working electrical system, and Diphtheria would have a full-blown electrical system that has taken heavy inspiration from Rust, and we know how good that Rust one is as well. Also think of things like Dead Matter, they've got a very work-in-progress electrical system. Seems like Diphtheria is definitely trying to go along that route of making base building as detailed and really let you run free with it and create that ultimate base of operations for you to stay safe from that ever-grueling world. But looping back into the map, there's going to be multiple settings or biomes. Now, although this hasn't actually been confirmed, we can take a look at a few of the screenshots within their Discord, and a link to their Discord will be in the description. I really recommend you check that out. They're a great bunch of devs. They've been super helpful with me. They've wanted to show off this game as much as possible. They're very active in there. They're talking about all of the features, trying to get the community involved. So yeah, if you are interested in this game, definitely check out their Discord. But yeah, going back to the screenshots, we can see lush, dense forests with many points of interest, like the classic crashed plane. We've always seen a crash plane in survival games. I love it. I never want to see a survival game without a crash plane. See some underground areas such as car parks, as well as the already mentioned massive cities that of course come with dense streets as well. Now this city will be randomized, or at least have randomized features for you to keep an eye on. For example, doors being opened or even locked, alarms being active, a lot of pollution, environmental factors, and even the much requested in zombie games, hordes. That's just a few of the examples. And also on top of this extremely impressive world, there's going to be working weather features that include snow. Who doesn't love snow? I'm a massive fan of open worlds with snow and other weather features, so it's looking interesting. It's looking very, very spicy. I'm really hoping they can pull this off. So that's pretty much all of the information we have, and although we don't know too much about the in-depth survival features, what we do know is that there will be a deep and immersive medical system that will feature fractures, diseases, individual limb health, as well as screen effects. And I beg we don't see the black and white screen. I'm looking at you, Daisy. But that's pretty much everything we know about Diphtheria. Like I said, it sounds extremely exciting. It sounds extremely ambitious. If they can pull this off, I definitely think this is definitely a game to keep an eye on. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of questions in the comments. When is this set to release? But it's set to release on Steam. No date as of yet, with the possibility of a console port later down the line. And it's being built on Unreal Engine 4. That could change with the release of Unreal Engine 5 that happened, I think, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe even a couple of days ago. This week has been a madness for me. But yeah, guys, that was Diphtheria. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you're worried that it's never actually gonna be what the tin says. But anyway, I rambled on enough about this game. I'm excited. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. I know the devs are very interested in the opinion of the channel as well. So with that being said, remember to go over to their Discord as well to check them out and give some feedback on what you would like to see within the game. But anyway, I've rambled on enough here. Everyone take care. Have a splendid week. I don't know when I'm uploading this yet. But yeah, take care and bye-bye.